Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. I'm trying to get away from this light here. The topic today is you can't be sure what happens to money you give a Filipina girlfriend. This is not when you're married. This is when you're meeting somebody online. You consider that you have a relationship with her. She very well may ask you for money for something, or at least say that there's a need that she has in her life. And she may even say, well, I need to go to the doctor for something. It's going to cost this much. But whatever it is, the point here is you don't know for sure what's going to happen to it. And what do you do about that? Subscribe here to Love Beyond the Sea. You got lots of videos about foreigners in Filipinas, women from the Philippines. I have found that often when a Filipina says, I need money for something, guys have told me it didn't go for that purpose. Maybe it was supposed to be a couple $100 for a phone, but instead it went somewhere else. Maybe a family medical situation, which is important. I don't know why they don't just be honest with you about that, but it's a good idea to accept that the money might not end up where you thought it would be when you sent it to her, because essentially she wants her family to survive, and the needs of her family are more important to her than her own. So if she can get some money from a foreigner, even though she might not feel good about doing this, she very well might get the money and give it to somebody else. Could be a friend, could be a family member. And so I would just be aware of that. When you're married, things are different, because then you're hopefully making decisions together, and you've talked about family help. But before that time, you could say, well, I'm going to give you money for a phone, but I want you to prove to me that you're getting a phone with it. Or I'm going to send you $50 or $100 to go to the doctor, but I want you to show me proof that you went to the doctor, or show me evidence that they ran the MRI or X-ray that you said they would, what the results were, or something like that. Just proof that you actually went. Now, to me, it would make me uncomfortable if I did that. I would feel like, well, I'm not going to say that to her, because then she thinks that I don't trust her. But maybe I don't, because I've never even met her in person. So do you say, please prove to me somehow that you got this money, and that you did with it what you told me you were going to do? Because they are thousands of miles away. And please leave a comment. Let me know if you've had any experience with this before, and how you responded to it if you found out that the money went to somebody else. Personally, I would not be very happy about that. It happened to me here in the States with somebody from the States one time. I had heard this person, they were a mother of a family, had family needs, so I gave them, I don't know, a couple $100 or something. And then I found out months later that they got the money and gave it away to somebody that needed it more. I didn't think that was right. I gave them the money to use for something, and that annoyed me. And it happens with foreigners in Filipinas. You give them money for something, it ends up being something else. Do you risk asking them for proof, or are they going to think, well, you don't trust me, I'm going to end this relationship, if they get really sensitive about it? So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Let me know what you think about this idea of giving money. Do you check to see where it goes? Do you ask to see what it's for? Do you trust them? Do you want some proof? Leave a comment here on Love Beyond the Sea.